Good morning.
Hello, good day to you all.
We got a really, really good rain last night. So
Finally po.
finally,
Oo, it's
it
been
broke
pouring
the
rain in
heat.
our part of the country.
Yeah, kasi sa amin dito sa Region 1 o from Bataan up north, basta sa western side tayo ng Luzon. May
Tuyo.
tuyo, hindi katulad dito sa may eastern part naman ng Luzon, may ulan. Tapos going down to Bicol, those places, no, Bisaya and Mindanao. But anyway, we're still celebrating it should be ano na lang, make it
Everybody's happy now.
everybody's
Even our farm at the very least kasi
kasi
we had that super good rain. Oo.
the celebration of the Earth Month.
Oo.
Ngayon yan Abril, 'di ba? Is
So
the
this is
Earth
when we are
Month yan,
Earth
kumbaga
Day, Earth Hour,
our
even
yeah,
World
water, world water. So, alam mo kahapon or this past 2 days, I have been in why it's like a convention, no? So first of the provincial convention where we're dealing with many issues that we have been confronted with. Now, this is the main theme, right? So, on the end of the day, everything leads to the agenda of what we want done as a province. Everybody has, okay, tourism, farming, you know, making people comfortable, the supply of water, looking at 6, 7 years from now, 2028 or 2030, dapat lahat ng mga household may tubig, gano'n yung mga pinag-uusapan. Tapos siyempre pinag-uusapan din yung ating mga human waste na kumbaga production natin from plastics to so all of it down the wire we were discussing what are strategies
So lahat related to the planet Earth also yan,
on planet Earth.
our
All at
environment.
end of the day, I was always alam naman nila lahat, I would always speak for the environment, for the earth. And everything has to we all have to be mindful and connected to the
So
conditions around us, the environment, or else we lay it to waste. And when we do that, our lives will be affected. The future generations will have to face major issues. No? So number one that came about was water. So this Earth Month, we all have to come to terms on what can I contribute.
we need to acknowledge our
We have
responsibility
to
to
be,
this earth.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
we are stewards. We are kumbaga expected that since we are the ones making use of most of the resources, right? So we should also be thinking in terms of, like, for example, di ba, tayo, we are, most of, dito sa atin, di ba gustong gusto natin kumain?
Yes.
Everybody,
Agreed. Oo.
meron tayong kinatawag na eat revolution, di ba?
At saka 'di ba yung agriculture yan nga daw ang isang pinakamalaking kasalanan sa earth na
Sa
'to,
earth,
eh. Kasi
kumbaga
ang
yung
daming nasisira.
kanilang sistema para mapakain tayo lahat. Kasi nagbago na, eh, nung araw 'pag sinabing pagkain, it's in everybody's backyard. Meaning
Oo. We
many of
used to all plant
right, we all
anything.
plant. Grow food, dapat ibalik natin yung grow food revolution kahit
Mm.
'wag lang yung eat food revolution, 'di ba?
Oo nga. Ang mga ibang, environmentalist sinasabi nila, the problem with man, patay tayo ng patay sa we keep killing things. Halimbawa, I wanna grow this, or I'll kill this muna, then I will plant there, 'no? So sabi nila, we kill so much, we don't even know what we're killing. We don't know, the result that's going to happen. Puwede
Yeah,
naman tayong mag-grow without killing everything
yeah,
inside.
may mga outcomes ba ng ating ginagawa. Ibig sabihin lang nun hindi natin binibigyan ng wastong pag-iisip yung actions na pine-perform natin.
Yes.
Eh, nagiging parang automated na lang, eh. Ah, gusto ko magtanim dun, oh, putol. Oh, kailangan ko maglagay ng lupa dito sa paso, oh, hukay. Hukay ka rito, gawa ka ng ganito, anong gagawin mo, ilagay mo yung halaman dun tapos you'll end up, dilig ka ng dilig. You'll end up trying to spend time, valuable human time is being spent in certain things that nature could have done better.
Tsaka 'di ba when we speak about the earth is what we stand on, 'di ba? That's one of the things. I mean, there's way more than that, but the earth is our foundation. Kung sirain natin yan, ano na yung will happen to us?
Oo.
We have to take care of the earth in so many ways.
Katulad ngayon dito sa maraming lugar dito sa may northwest. For example, in Zambales, I'm not sure whether this is also happening in many places down south, but it's only what's around us, close to us. Ito yung comes to our mind. Tulad yung black sand mining.
Naku. Mm.
Nung araw, Zambales lang yan. Ngayon, nandito na sa Lingayen Gulf. And ang projection nila is to mine the black sand mismo dun sa seabeds.
Oo.
Parang
That's
dredging yan eh.
The ocean stands over the
Right.
seabed.
Yan,
You
lupa pa
destroy
rin.
that, you're destroying so much. You have no
And
idea.
we have no, kumbaga ano, future looking wise, what would the impact be in the environment of the ocean? And we all know the climate issue has to do with the instability of temperature in the ocean. Now, everything that's there in the ocean, the ecosystem of the ocean, is very much part of maintaining the balance.
And especially the ocean is it covers a
Yeah,
bigger area than the land.
than the land.
Oo.
Because naubos na nga yung resource ng land eh. Kailangan tumingin na tayo sa dagat. But the way we see the dagat is the way we saw the land. If we didn't take care of the earth and we mistreated it and we abused it, so we have this tendency of thinking everything needs to be exploited and used,
Yeah, taking and taking.
taking. So,
Pero alam nyo ba, meron statistic daw na, di ba kokonti lang ang arable land?
yes.
Parang we're down to 60, worth 60 years na lang na pwede tayong magtanim.
Naiintindihan
Kasi
niyo yan?
we destroyed so much.
Oh, yung 60 years na lang
Oo.
that we
What's
can,
left?
what's
That we
left
can,
is only
plant
good
on.
for the next 60 years. So what's happening has been, really, that's why we keep opening the ocean, the terrestrial,
The news.
oh, Amazon, you know, Sumatra. These are major forest systems, you know. Then you have all the other places up north, the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, and dami. Then you know certain places are already having to go through difficulties simply because there has been so much abuse of the earth. And pag sinabi niyo 60, ilang generation 'yun bago tayo mag-hit nun?
Malapit na yun.
Malapit lang
Konti
'yun.
lang yun. Tsaka one thing that I find, even you don't think about other countries, but in your own areas, I'm sure there are those of you who don't live in the city and live in the places like ours, no, na makakakita ka pa ng farm. In very short time, makikita mo, oh, dati taniman yun na. Ngayon, sementado na, may building na. Ganun ba pakonti
Yeah.
ang pakonti yung tanim
Dito nga sa
lugar?
probinsya gano'n eh. Nung araw we drive up and down from Baguio to La Union. We enjoy the ocean atmosphere. You
Oh,
have to
but I
surf.
also enjoyed looking at the
Right, but something that was so
that were
that was so
mountains
noticeable that
to rise, no?
the rains, as far as we can remember, pagdating sa time na yun eh, uy, talagang pag maulan eh, spread out yung ulan. Pag sinabing tag-ulan ng June, umuulan araw-araw hanggang September. Okay? Every day it rains. In Baguio, meron nga kami nung araw mga panahon na, wow,
Baka makikita
isang buwan nang umuulan.
for the whole month.
You know, or 6 weeks na umuulan straight. You know, kumbaga ano, there's this continuous replenishment of the earth. Water is just replenishing the earth. But today, and then you will find that all of the surface water will end up in the lowlands. You will see yung marshes, the wetlands, and all along the highway. Pag nagmamaneho ka from Bawang to San Fernando, then to San Juan, you will find marshes all the time. So you see, there's always what is known as recharging the aquifers, recharging the water, the land with nourishing water. And this is something that, you know, many of us take for granted. Let's say I have a water bottle, fill it with water. Yeah. If I ask you, do you, can we invent water?
Ay, hindi. Na-invent na yan.
Okay. Can you make water? Ask ourselves,
Hmm.
just as air, we can make certain machines to purify the air because we polluted it so much. But nature has a built-in system for that
Purification
already.
system.
The
Because we
purification shell, like what's behind us. It's called trees and plants. All right. And they also serve as a surface covering. That's why the heat of the sun doesn't end up scorching us simply because there's a means to balance it things out just so that multitudes of living beings can survive. And that's why the earth is green. That's why the ocean is also blue. Ibig sabihin yan, pag nandyan na si or scorching fire or sun, there's a way to preserve and conserve, right? So that all the living beings can survive.
Oh, speaking of balance, ha, sinasabi, without the blue, there cannot be the green. So these two
Exactly.
systems have to be in balance talaga.
Yeah, it has to be, kumbaga ano, balanse yan. Ngayon, with the earth surface getting hotter, the atmosphere, right, is filling up with all the gases that are meant to be contained, right, by the multitudes of greens
Oh, and the soil.
and the
Yes,
soil.
and also the ocean also stores a lot
Yes,
of
the
heat.
ocean stores a lot of the heat and it bounces it off too. Kaya, but with the severity of the changes on the gases, the heat of the sun becomes more intense. So that's why the rising of the melting of the ice in the north and the south, and then also the rising seas is taking place. Anyway,
Actually,
batiin natin muna ang ating
oo nga.
mga hindi pa tayo bumabati sa kanila. Good morning to you all. Ver Enriquez, good morning. Mike Rex, yeah, good morning. Oh, mag-comment na rin kayo kasi I know,
May Gulay, happy Earth Day.
right, we're all of the same
Earth Day.
mindset here. And then our friend Herschel. Good morning from Cavite. Alam nyo, comment, please. Join us. Yeah, join us in this endeavor. You know, many times we tend to take things for granted because it's always, we feel it's given, it's always there, you know.
Yeah, we keep taking so much and then we create so much waste as
Waste.
well. Oo. So, kailangan talaga matuto tayo na balance din, no?
Yeah.
Huwag tayong kuha ng kuha without regard for anything else. Like the soil, we never think about that the soil is full of life. One palm full of soil daw with actual proper biota there, no? There's so much
Soil
life there,
biota.
way more living entities there than the entire planet, just in one palm full
Oh,
of good soil, no? The way nature intended it. Pero ngayon, dami nating soil, patay na kasi
patay.
nga, we keep destroying, no?
We burnt it.
Or
Sinunog natin. We
or we
poisoned it.
put cement over it, and then
Oh.
we're wondering, oh, how to grow food.
Actually, when you grow food, di ba tayo, we always think, oh, meron tayong garden. We put the fertilizer to feed
The
plants
plant.
to grow,
Oo.
make it grow. Really, every successful gardener working on the soil and is focused on the soil focuses on feeding the soil.
Yeah, it's not really about feeding the plants, but the
Plants, it's
soil.
feeding the soil.
If you feed the soil will feed the plants. Yun ho ang basic ingredient natin for
Right.
growing food. Kaya dapat alagaan natin.
You see, the soil itself, because we're talking about Earth Month.
Oo.
So the earth, which hosts everybody, okay, not just us, but everyone, right?
Ang dami
In
niyang
the terrestrial environment, the microbes, the birds, the bees, the animals,
in the soil lang, di
the
ba?
trees, the
Tsaka
plants.
iba.
So it has to do with focusing on making sure that the soil health, the health of the earth in general,
Is
is
intact.
maintained,
Oo.
it's protected. But the moment you start to change those dynamics, then the impact, which we all feel today, yeah, heat, the heat instability of the heat index, right? All of these things because the cities became concrete jungles So you hardly see any greenery.
And this so all this concrete is
Concrete,
creeping into our rural areas
it's
also.
called convection.
Puro concrete na lang.
Pag tumama ang init, hindi instead na i-absorb ng init ng lupa at saka, it's shielded by the trees. Yung init is more, kumbaga it's direct and so intense. So these are things that we all have to consider, that the way we live our life tends to affect everything around us.
Tsaka whenever we talk about like sa ibang parts of the country umuulan, 'di ba? Nagkaroon ng landslides. Uh, I don't think that everybody knows that a good soil, real good soil, holds a lot of water in
Yeah,
itself. It's not just the trees that hold water, but the soil
soil
is
in
able to do
general.
that if it is healthy soil.
Right,
When the soil is dead, ayun, kaya madali
right.
magkaroon ng
Next
erosion.
landslides and erosion.
Oo.
And one has to understand that there's the soil. There are many types of soil throughout the world, na depending on region ninyo. Kunyari, meron mga lugar na nagyayelo, nag-snow. Di ba, kumakapal, maririnig natin makapal yung sometimes 4 feet of snow. May mga ganun silang pinag-uusapan, ano. So, in those places, previously, especially in the countryside, once it snows, it kills all the plants. Yeah, kumbaga yung mga microorganisms nandiyan sa lupa, natutulog yan eh.
So
Nagpapahinga.
they're not dead, they're just like
Yeah,
hibernate.
hibernating. Okay? So ngayon, 'di ba may mga halaman sa ibabaw na tabunan ng snow. So mangyayari diyan,
Parang
pag
patay
nag-spring
sila.
na, pag
Oo.
nag-spring na,
They look dead, but
'di
they're
ba
actually
nabubuhay
they
lahat
are
sila.
oo.
Tapos yung mismong biomass that was created by the bodies of the plants and trees, or the leaves that is decayed, nourishes the soil. Kaya nga one of the most healthiest soil is found in places where the plains this takes place, this parts of the,
Flattened.
yeah, flat. And these places are one of the most productive pagdating sa grain production. But unfortunately, the way we mistreated the soil, yun nga, in 60 years, we won't have enough good soil to produce the
Wala
food
na.
that we all
That's
need.
it. That's how much we've got
And
left.
how do you, there's multitudes of people, bilyones na ang tao. Every person here, the per capita of food required, rice, for example, is 120 kilograms per year per person dito sa Pilipinas. To produce that, you need close to 3 to 4,000 liters of water to produce 1 kilogram of rice. So if we start to look at the numbers, we ourselves, do we continue eating rice, or do we embrace some other choices? Do we make other traditional food available in their plates? Or do we stick to something that is mono, that's hard to grow, that is destructive to the planet? When it's not good for the planet, it only means it's not good for our health. There's a saying, no?
So wag natin aaksayahin ang ating mga lupa.
Kaparang kumbaga yung tubig, wag tayong mag-aksaya sa tubig. Every drop counts. Sa lupa naman, every pound full of earth is as important.
Sabi nga ng mga eksperto, waste is not an option anymore for any of us. Huwag tayo magsayang maski tubig, maski lupa, pagkain,
Hangin.
anything that we have to take care of and treasure. Hindi dapat natin isipin sarili lang natin kasi we have to think of the future generations. Wag naman tayong mag-iwan naman tayo para sa kanila. And let's regenerate our soil for the other generations to come after us.
To do that, and in nature, it takes time. Regeneration takes time in nature. It's not a quick fix. Wag natin sabihin na isang taon, nag-organic farming ako, I went back to biodynamics, whatever name you call it, but it all has to do with bringing back the balance, the bioorganisms in the soil. Yan ang ibig sabihin lang nun. and you nurture the soil. The focus is about the soil health, but it's not going to take us a year that you think, ah, kaya na to. No, the process takes time.
Kailangan
Kasi
talaga balik tayo sa mga organic. You know, this organic movement has been on for many
many
years.
years now.
No, they've already done like 30 years studies on how good it is. And it's actually proven to not only produce a lot, but minsan in many ways, mas madami pa ang
Yeah,
na-produce
plus
to the organic way.
when
And
you
the soil is regenerated,
Mm.
hindi nasasayang. No?
plus one has to understand that when you grow food in such a natural way, the nutrient density of the food that you eat is of no question. The
Oo.
food becomes your very medicine that keeps you healthy.
Oo, healthy
Yeah.
talaga siya. No?
But when we grow it in an environment where it's very harsh and very artificial, so the conditions, certain nutrient or certain elements that's part of what you grew will be missing.
Oo, tsaka kasi yung mga soil inputs na sinasabi na chemical naman, ano nagko-cause lang siya
Yeah.
ng ibang problems
Do you know that
later
yung
on.
mga ginagamit nila na NPK, ito yung most common fertilizer na ginagamit. Yung triple 14 ang tawag nila ng mga ginagamit ng magsasaka sa lahat ng kanilang tinatanim. Potash, anyway, you know, the nitrogen that's being used in agriculture throughout the world, 6% of this nitrogen is, kumbaga na, when you talk about greenhouse gas, itong climate issues, yung 6% nun, dahil sa fertilizer input, it rises. It increases the volume of
Kaya nga harmful yung
harmful.
yung present practices
Right.
sa agri.
Yeah. That's why it's,
So it's not tilling the soil also releasing
yeah, it releases
harmful
gas.
gases.
That's
the
why when you
air.
grow rice, for example, sinabanggit nga natin,
Sistema talaga,
Right.
lagi kang nagtitil.
and we can't seem to change. It's all about making changes. For example, hindi ba tayo pag ikaw ay may sakit, di ba, you're so want to in a hurry to be well?
Yes.
Who doesn't like to be well? Who doesn't like to feel good and be productive and moving around? Isn't that one of the most miserable situations we have in our life is when we are sick and lying down and not doing anything. And we're depressed, we get mental, alam nyo, totoo yan eh. But yet, once we're well, what do?
Ayun, kakain na naman ng junk
You
food.
you go back, you're gonna try so unmindfully doing things that will, kumbaga, will make you
To
sick.
your health.
All right.
Oo.
This is so common amongst us.
That's not very smart, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yung, di ba, meron tayo yung minsan, alam natin na, ay, wag tayo kakain ng maraming ganito, mamantika or,
Or lechon.
yung maasukal or matamis masyado or processed food. Sinasabi na nung araw pa yan eh. Hindi naman tayo nagkukulang sa ganyan. Mas maganda nga, alam niyo katulad ng lechugas. Pag tiningnan niyo yung lechugas, parang kumpara mo sa ibang mga gulay, parang hindi siya masyado high density pagdating sa nutrients, no? Kung makikita mo, ihambing mo yan sa spinach, tabihan mo ng lechugas yan. Parang, oy, mas ano yata yung spinach. Alam niyo ang labanan diyan. Pag kinain niyo ang isang katulad ng lechugas, di ba marami namang uri eh. Meron naman na yung mga lechugas na flat, di ba? Mas dark green yan. Meron
Yung
naman
mga local.
dark green. Meron naman,
Fancy.
oh, alam niyo,
Pang chef na
kung yung taba ng lupa, right? Mataba ang lupa, punong-puno ng organismo. Alalahanin niyo, di ba? May flesh din tayo. Parang may tubig yung katawan natin, may earth, di ba? May hangin, right? The process,
the elements are there.
the
also.
elements, then when the vegetable is grown, let's say, if the vegetable is taken right away, right? Kinain mo
Like
kagad.
from the farm to the table.
Yes.
Kung tanim mo.
Kung tanim mo,
make it fresh.
the density of the nutrients, if you are growing food in very healthy soil,
mas masustansya.
doon mo nakukuha yung pinakasustansya. It is about the
Ibang
soil.
lasa talaga kapag
Yeah.
fresh ang
Flavor, everything
oo.
is different. Pero pag pinabayaan niya after 24 hours, katulad ng mais, for example,
Hindi katulad ng halos lahat ng binibili
binibili
nating
natin
karne
ng
na galing sa ibang lugar, within a week or
binibiyahe,
two, wala na yung lahat ng sustansya
at
kasi nga
least
kulang na ang dami.
50% natanggal na dun sa nutrient density ang tawag nila. Yeah,
Naubos na, nawala na.
pakita natin na natutuyo na, kumbaga nalalanta na, wala
Kinakain
na
ng
kumbaga
mga
ano, wala ng
nutrients.
buhay. Again, it has to do with the health of the soil. Mapapansin nyo, food and vegetables grown in healthy soil takes long and it stays fresh longer.
Mas ano siya eh, siksik kasi sa
Yeah.
sustansya.
Yeah, this is a fact. Kaya nga, we encourage everyone. We think of the earth. It's just the source of the food, not only for ourselves, but for everyone else. Lahat ng kinakain natin, earth-based kadalasan. Kung galing man sa dagat, meron din silang seabeds. May earth pa rin doon. The dagat is being housed by the earth.
Yes. So, we have to be guardians.
Be guardians.
Guardians of the earth, no? Hindi yung may nakikita na tayong mali ang ginagawa, wala pa tayong imik. Let us be active in our responsibility of taking care of this earth that we all share.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mm-mm.
Please. It's gonna make a whole lot of difference in your life. Plus, there's one thing. When you start to place your life in a situation where your mindset is all about the caring and being responsible, caring for others, caring for the earth, being responsible for what we do, being mindful for what our actions are, and being appreciative and having a lot of thankfulness for the wonderful, like, for example, you live in a place like this, anybody who comes here, the first thing that gets to them, either they start to fall asleep, they like sleepy,
Naantok daw sila.
inaantok-antok sila dahil napaka, kumbaga, no, yung oxygen is high, very, kumbaga, high oxygen
Dami.
density. So, and plus the nourishing, the trees around us and the plants, kumbaga na loaded, the purity of it is there.
And they do give off compounds that are
Compounds
very beneficial.
beneficial to our health,
Not
the health
just
of
the
our body.
oxygen.
And then next to that is, oh, it relaxes this. It's all about on the breath side.
Even
You
just
breathe.
the colors around are,
Mm.
and the sound of the birds, they all add up to make you feel better, to relax you.
You're,
Not just to relax, but also to make you more creative. No?
yeah. And then you begin to see and
Invigorating
appreciate.
din
Oh,
siya.
actually, this is many times, like this last 2 days, we had all these conferences, and many are asking me if I'm going to turn this place into an agriculture. I said, no, there's already agriculture, and that's it. Only 20% or 15% of the land will be used for agriculture. I'd rather integrate everything, build everything in to the forest systems. And then there you go, you have sustainability. The forest is the one that will sustain food production. It's all the one that will sustain nutritive soil. It's the one that will sustain making sure that we have water. So these are all considerations. We make a choice. Yung sabi ko na lang, I'm gonna make it a learning center to share the knowledge of how to grow, how to work with nature, how to make nature prosper in your environment where you are. Grow, not just plant trees, but grow forests, grow trees, you know, everything grow, grow, grow. So we're not, we want to encourage grow food, grow trees,
Yeah. No more killing, not much killing na
right?
lang, no?
Bring
Growing
back
kaya.
life. That's why, Dito, when we come to a place like this, every 5 years, every 3 years, things change. The trees grow bigger, more plants, more birds. Nagbabago. This is the dynamism that takes place in nature. And the more we become mindful of what we have in our environment, the more we start to be careful on, okay, care for the planet, that means the earth, right? Care for all the living beings, that means everybody, tayo, right?
Not just people.
Not just people,
Oo.
but Everyone is part of it. We cannot, the earth is their home too, all the living beings. So we have to give them that ample recognition and respect. That
Oh, yes. Speaking of giving ample recognition, I'd also like to spend today thanking those of us in our world who are doing something really in their own way. Uh, everyone does their bit, right? Like in our list of our guests, we always have people who have been like the doers, no, without looking for recognition, without much fanfare. They every day na lang sila naglilinis, no?
recently nga dito sa atin sa beach, nagkaroon na tayo ng Semana Santa. Definitely, it was the first Semana Santa since COVID.
Oo, so wow, ang daming tao
They came.
and madami din kalat, ano?
They came in droves.
Yes.
The traffic was from north to south. So that means so much was left behind.
Yes. So
Kumbaga,
thank you so much for those
those who
the
helped
the energy, the time,
clean
and the
up the
patience
beaches,
to clean up our
those who volunteered, you see them along the highways. They volunteered their time instead of them being with their families to make everybody safe. We have to, kumbaga nasaludo tayo sa mga tao na nagbibigay ng nagbigay kahalagahan sa na kumbaga napaka-importante na tayo mabigyan ng kaukulan na safety at saka protection habang tayo'y bumibiyahe.
Yeah. And also at the same time, taking care of the earth that we live in, no? Hindi tayo nagkakalat.
So let's get Jay Resurrection came in, yeah? Good morning, Jay. It's been a while. Yeah. But again, it is an opportune time for many of us to reflect on the many opportunities we're given and that we do our part. Right. Let's not be the one taking, but we're also be the one giving.
Yeah. So for our viewers, no, if you want to share anything regarding our
What you do,
topic today, what you've
yeah,
done,
share
what
with
you've
us
noticed,
and your
and you
experiences.
have stories of our environmental heroes, no, that you want to share with
Please
everyone.
do so
Yeah.
and make every day Earth Day.
Oo nga. I mean, this is our world, no?
It's our mother. Di ba? Kaya Mother Earth nga eh. We
Yes,
have to
hello. Good
treat
morning, Vina Pasco.
we have to treat the earth like our mama. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I hope you're good to your mama.
Yeah. Do you ever think of it that
Wala
way?
lang, galing kay
Di ba?
mama, di
Sabi,
ba?
Mother Earth eh.
Alam mo,
Oh.
may kasabihan ha, sorry for the daddies, but may nagsasabi na, fathers, they retire, yeah, from work, but mothers, walang retirement. Hanggang
Lola.
forever meron kang gagawin.
Mm.
And they don't really want to retire. Yeah, from when they are children, when they have their babies, their grandchildren, walang
I don't know about
katapusan.
this retirement thing.
Yeah.
Um, it's never tracked in my head. Kumbaga parang, sige, while kaya pa natin huminga,
It's
kaya pa
better not to
kumakain pa
be tired.
tayo.
We all have some
We have to
role to
we have to
play.
do and contribute kasi everyday kakain pa rin tayo, hihinga ka pa rin eh. At saka gagamit ka ng mga resources no matter what. It's a
So it's a
matter
big
of
waste, huh?
right.
Wasting resources.
But as you grow senior, syempre, you don't
Oh, we use less.
consume as
Oh,
much. You don't have to
mas
kumbaga
maliit yung ating field
plate.
of activity.
Tsaka lilit na rin yung ating plato, di ba?
Yeah, and we can't really travel as much, so our environmental footprint should be less, no?
Yeah.
Less and
Focus
less.
focus on your the healthy well-being. And it all points to simple things.
Yeah.
Good nutrition, good environment, right? Good
Sunshine,
vibes, sunshine, you know.
good air.
Look at what's best in the world, embrace that.
Oo.
Ang dami. Ang
Yeah,
dami nating
no more
blessing.
waste, no more drama, no more away-away. Let's
Right.
let's do what we want to leave this place a better place than when
Right.
we first arrived, diba?
Yeah. If you want to have a whole livable situation for you and your family, then definitely it's work we need to do. And it begins with minimizing or lessening consumption and knowing the numbers that's involved. For example, if we as individual, our per capita is 90 liters of water per day, tayong mga sa Pilipinas, yun ang average, 90 liters of water per day per person.
Pero parang
Siguro
hindi ko
ngayon,
ma-imagine paano kung naubos yung
oo,
90
kasi
liters
'pag
per
binilang niyo, sa
That's
pagkain na lang, sa pagkain, kinakain niyo, sa panligo ninyo, panlaban ninyo, you know,
pang-flush ng toilet.
toilet. It all adds up, eh. Even if you try to do your math, you will find, even if you try so hard, kaya nga may nag-average na, eh. Kumbaga ano, average na yun.
Hopefully, I'm in the lower end.
Kasi you can be either in the low or the high. Pero
Oo.
tingnan niyo na lang, kasi ito na, this is where a way of life, it becomes a lifestyle,
Pwede
right?
nating
Kasi
liitan
alalahanin
sana.
niyo ba, 'pag kayo huminga, ilang porsyento yung moisture sa hangin? Ma-imagine niyo,
Oo naman din, 'no?
dry yung hinihinga ninyo. Anong mangyayari? 'Di matutuyo lahat ng ating mga lalamunan. Gano'n
Yeah,
nangyayari
right.
niyan.
The air conditioning,
Yan,
dry siya.
dry yung air, eh. 'Yun ang nangyayari. So, meron dun components of water. Kaya nga hindi natin puwedeng sabihin na, 8 glasses of water lang naman ako sa
So
isang
don't
araw,
waste
pero may
water.
niluluto pa tayo, magsaing nga kayo, hindi ba, yung proportion ng pagsaing niyo, eh, 1:2, immediately may tubig kaagad, doble,
Right.
okay? And then while you're cooking, hindi ba, nandun yung fire, mainit, hindi ba, to cook the food so that, pop, yung rice ay maluto ng tama. Then there has to be water. Can you
May sound
imagine?
effect pa yung rice, ano?
It pops. Kadalasan natin ano, eh, I think yung rice natin wala kasing balat, eh, walang brand. Kaya
Yung mga kasi
mushy,
yeah, if you eat, very mild,
high
highly milled,
well-milled.
oo,
'Yan ang nangyayari, wala yung kanyang mga balat. Okay, yun ang mga kaya
then the
sinabi ko
sustansya is
nagpa-pop, eh.
that's because it's not well milled,
Oo.
oo.
So, when we have situations like we have opportunity, there's a space in our backyard, I would
1 square meter,
right.
paso-paso lang, ano, pwede tayong magtanim something.
It's called ano nga, eh, grow food revolution. Nag-umpisa 'to nung pandemya, eh.
Grow food and slow food.
Yeah, 'di ba nag-umpisa ng pandemya,
Physical
kailangan
food.
natin mag-garden, yung mga plantitas, plantitos, lahat nandiyan na. Tapos
I
yung
think
mga
that's
ito,
one thing we have to be thankful for sa naging ating experience sa COVID, 'no?
yung
Medyo
enthusiasm natin
napaisip
nung
tayo
panahon,
diyan.
kailangan ituloy natin. 'Wag natin ipigil 'yan. Kasi kung ano inumpisahan niyo sa mga hardin niyo, everything connected to nature
Tuloy natin.
is good. It's good for here, it's good for here.
Yeah, it's good for your
Kasi it
mentality.
nurtures, eh.
Yes.
When you nurture, right? When you're nurturing, you see the plants grow, you see it, kumbaga ano, from seed to kumbaga its maturity.
Bumulaklak na,
Tapos kung
ano,
kayo ay nagtanim nung 2021 o 2020 nag-umpisa ng pandemya, kung kayo ay nagtanim ng puno sa likod ng inyong bakuran na namumunga,
meron mga iba na
siguro ngayon may bunga na
namumula.
yan, 3 years na, eh, you know? So these are things.
Depende sa puno, oo.
Embrace such productivity.
Tuloy lang natin, 'no?
Start grow food revolution. Grow trees. Everything, nature will do the rest naman, eh.
Kahit pechay lang itanim mo,
Right.
nakakatuwa. Sandali lang meron ka ng maha-harvest.
Hmm. Good morning to Vina Pascua. Good morning to you and
Melina.
Melina Alano, from Cavite. Good morning. So kaya si Melina, I'm not really sure whether they still live in the farm, but I think so,
Yeah, they're very good in growing things.
Yeah. Those of you who sinasabi nila, "Oh, it takes a person with a green thumb." No. I mean, there's people who are more mindful of what they do.
Someone told me, I'm not sure even if I have a thumb, if she can grow or not, but we should just keep trying, Sometimes merong halaman hindi niyo mapabuhay, pero iba-iba naman ho ang halaman. Don't give up trying.
Alam niyo, at the end of the day, pasasalamat, thankfulness, sa puong may kapal, binigyan tayo ng isang sitwasyon na magamit natin ng wasto ang ating buhay. Binigay na lahat ng bagay na kailangan natin gamitin o para sa kalusugan ng ating katawan. Nandiyan na lahat at soundness of our mind. Yeah, it's all there. It's all given. It's all given. We just first feel and be thankful for His presence, guiding us all the time, right? On the end of the day, kasi everything around us is not something we did.
Mm-mm.
We didn't cause. We're not the cause of everything around us. We didn't cause this existence that we're in. We're very much, we're not as what we think we are, that we have to be self sufficient and self sustaining. The world is sustaining us, the world is sustaining our lives here. It's giving everything we need. All the most important elements is present in this world. All we need to do is to recognize and be a part of the process that makes things to maintain things, not just improve on things. No,
Mm.
it's already good. What else do you
We
need?
just have to respect what's there
Yes, it's
and be thankful for what we have.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
So when you are eating a meal or before you eat, di ba? We pray,
We
we
give
we give
thanks.
thanks,
We
di ba?
appreciate everyone who we are indebted to. The one who cooks the food, the one who even planted, no, the
Food,
farm, the ones who
nature, that
sell, who
the sun, you start to,
Mm-mm.
it goes on and on and on. But the moment you become more mindful and caring is the key. Caring in action, right? It doesn't take like I need to help somebody. You start with yourself, and then you will find this natural caring that you experience and you see, uy, napag-iingatan mo sarili mo, nabibigyan mo ginagawa mo yung tamang mga asal sa buhay mo. Natural mong makikita yan eh na, uy, pag ako'y nagsi-share ng ganito sa iba. Kunyari, nagtanim ako ng gulay. Dami ng natatanim na. Dito nga, daming gulay, sobrang dami. Ang dami-dami. Kaya we just, imbis na ibenta, we just share.
share. Oo.
Share it.
And that's a wonderful thing about growing. It keeps you very grounded
Yes.
because you're always there with the soil. And then it nourishes you. And then you can see things growing, flourishing, having fruit. So it opens your world to everything. You become thankful for the sun, thankful for the rain, thankful for the air, thankful all around. No?
Earth.
So it's very
Mama
a
Earth. Di
wonderful
ba?
to
Alalahanin nyo,
live your life.
Mother Earth. So we need to treat Mother Earth. We know, ito ang ating nanay, minamahal tayo niyan. Unconditional love, pinalaki tayo, minahal tayo, pinaramdaman tayo ng ito ang pagmamahal, dinirekta niya ang ating puso at sa ating isip sa kung saan ang source nitong totoong unconditional na pagmamahal. So, di ba?
Let's take those lessons, those gifts from our mother, uh, appreciate them and pass them on to
Right.
others.
Di ba? Kasiyahan ng ating nadadama. Tayo may saya. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, sa inyong pakikinig. Hari nawa na dapat tayo, let's start a movement where we're not just taking,
Oo.
but
Let's
we're
be
growing
givers.
and sharing and doing. Thank you.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go Palakas!